Well, good morning and welcome to another episode of Gonna Do. I'm getting out to Mount Cole State Forest, which is about 50k from where I live in central Victoria, and I'm only able to get away for the overnight trip at the moment. I am back working full time for the next couple of months, so it's all I'm able to get out for. But anyway, it should be a good chance. I've never been here to this spot before, so anyway, we'll see how we go. And that there is Mount Cole State Forest. That's where I'm heading today. So in the middle there is an antenna on top of the mountain. My campsite is just to the right and at the bottom of the very hill, so hopefully it's a really nice spot. Well, this is the first campsite that I came across. It's called Fiery Creek, and it's very nice, and there's no one here, and yes, it is open, but it's right next to the road, so I'm actually going to go back to another campsite. So I've got to go back down the road and see what it's like first, and if I have to come back to this one, it's not far, so I'll do that. Okay, well, as you can see, the car park is full here, and that's where I've got the camp because I cannot get over to the campground, which is over there. So it's obviously a walk-in, pack-into campsite, so no good for me. I'm going back to the other one. Well, yep, I came back to Fiery Creek Campground, as the other one was, I think, full of some bushwalking club or something, but like I said, I could only camp in the car park, and that's not really what I wanted. So this one was more comfortable for a caravan or camper trailer, as I've got. So there's a couple of fire pits here, and I can see over in the far corner there's a big pile of firewood, so I'm gonna go over there and check that out. But not exactly what I wanted, but it's still a pretty good campground. Yeah, so there's my car over there, and someone's left a good pile of firewood here, and we're still pretty green here, but there's a nice little fire pit there with some twigs in it. So I think if I pull my camper trailer in around behind there, I've got the bench and everything to set it up. Should be a good spot. So after getting my trailer in the spot that I wanted, nice and level, as I like level, and on the right side of the campfire so the wind blows the smoke away from me, I think I have decided not to put my awning up because nice and shady, going to be cloud cover all day, so there's no real point. It would be on the opposite side of where I want to be too, and I've got a lovely concrete table there to sit on, so I should be fine. So let's get camp set up. Well, I've gone for a bit of a walk behind camp, and there's a power line coming through here, and it probably doesn't do it any justice on this video, but that hill over there is one rutted steep track. Four-wheel drives are going to have a hell of a hard time getting up that, and so the motorbikes have been ripping it to shreds. But it makes me puzzled how on earth they got the power lines, the poles in there. They're going to need some kind of truck to get up there and put the power pole in. It's the same as the one that I've got right in front of me here, because it's steep up both sides. Must be one incredible truck to get up here. And that's the view out, and the power line's going out there. There's a mountain on the left hand side. I don't know the name of that one, but very pretty campsite. Well, that's the track that I went down, and up there was the power pole I was looking at, and not surprisingly, that track there you can see on just the side of it there is the full track, but nowhere in the world you can get up that in a four-wheel drive of any kind, because right down the bottom here is a big stump right in the middle of the track, so that's only motorbike access. So yeah, makes me wonder how they got the power poles in there. And that's the campground there on the Raglan Elmhurst Road. Smith's Bridge it's called, not Fiery Creek. That's just the road that it starts on. So very pretty little campsite. Drop toilets, water tank there for some water, although they do say it's not for drinking. But certainly when I want to put my fire out, which I'm going over to get going now, it'll be really good. I usually fly my drone here and get some drone footage on my trips, but I've just realised I left my drone sitting on the couch at home, which makes me wonder I should have never changed the position of where I had it next to my chair in the lounge room, because then I had everything together. Well, it's going on for 6 o'clock now. Got my fire going pretty well. Been a very quiet day here for me, and I love that. No one's came in except some people over, and they unloaded their motorbikes and then they disappeared. I just love this aspect of camping, being by myself. You want to talk about therapy? This is my therapy, just being out in the bush, thinking about things, getting over things. Anyway, it's enough of deep thinking. Time for dinner. So tonight I've just got a couple of, not a couple, an onion and a potato there. And over here I got a nice steak, although it is still frozen at the moment, so that's a bit of a bugger. I'm going to have to wait for that to thaw out a bit. But I keep my meals kind of simple when I'm camping. Don't like to get into too elaborate. I did contact my daughter, and I said, grateful if you could, but don't have to. But anyway, she bought my drone out. So, as you can hear from the trees, it's a bit windy at the moment, but hopefully I might be able to get a flight later on. If not, tomorrow morning. Anyway, I'm going to get my dinner cooking, and we'll go from there. So there we go. Not quite thawed out yet, but anyway, it's good enough. So, my steak, like I said, a couple of potatoes and a couple of pieces of onion. Not a couple of potatoes, one potato, one onion. So, put the lid on it, on the camp oven. Take it across here. There we go. See what that cooks up. Well, it's the next morning now. I've had my breakfast and I'm just getting a kettle going to do my dishes because I ended up in bed very early last night. I didn't even really get to finish my dinner because it started raining and it just set in because I didn't have my awning set up and I wasn't setting up, so I ended up eating my dinner underneath the little awning on my tent. And it was about 9:15. I called it quits. Was going to do a drone flight last night, but decided to do it this morning. Certainly wasn't flying in the rain, wouldn't have got much footage there. But anyway, I got the drone battery charging up over there. Like I said, doing some dishes and have some cuppa and just wait for things to dry out. And then I'll head home. Had a very early visitor this morning over there. They came in, I don't know where they went or what they're doing, but anyway, it's been a really nice trip. I enjoyed it. Certainly the yesterday afternoon was windy, but very enjoyable. So anyway, well, that's about it for this trip. Been a nice little quiet one. Nice to get out and about, even if it is for only one night. Although last night in rain and everything, but still a good day yesterday, and very quiet this morning. The two gentlemen I saw who parked over there before, they were both hunters, so I had a bit of a chat to them. Anyway, that's all for this video, and if you like these videos, subscribe and like them, and I'll see you in the next one.